your boy, Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead. Hit doggone subscribe button. Hit notification bell every time I post a new content. We gonna take it back to the old school. Because I am old school. By the raise of hands, how many of y'all actually really know who Maury is? Don't worry, I'll wait, right? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all was probably on his show, right? Well, I know that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But the thing about it was this, since this is we're in the what I like to call, I guess, the reaction we react to shit. Which, for the most part, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, isn't that what we've always done? Right? We always react to what we see, right? And so, for the most part, I was actually, matter of fact, I got to go back and watch that, because I recorded it the other night. And so basically, it was on ABC. They was talking about 90s television. And on the impact of what 90s television has done for us. You had 80s and 90s because Phil Donahue, Oprah Winfrey, they was in the Geraldo Rivera. Matter of fact, that's what the fuck I actually really need to start doing. I mean, because for the most part, right, what everybody's doing right now, y'all, look at this, everybody's doing that right now shit, which for the most part, okay, I ain't got no problem with. Hold on for a minute. So in our case, so here's the deal, people, right? This, back in the day, right? This was like top-notch TV, right? Because baby mamas and baby daddies have been around like probably since the beginning of time, right? But then when somebody actually really came up with the lovely idea, say, hey, guess what? You know what? We probably could make some money off of this. But at the time, right, not to say that they was thinking about that way back then, right? But as time progressed, somebody came up with a lovely idea, like, you know what? This can probably be a good marketing ploy, right? So my man Maury, right, or whatever, I don't know who came up with it, right? But hey, it is what it is. Now, just looking at this woman here, right? And looking at the title. And then
Allegra says she told her ex.
Come on, let's bring it back. I jumped the gun.
This is Allegra. Allegra says when she told her ex-boyfriend William. This is Allegra.
Okay, so in our case, right? So y'all already know what the fuck I'm finna say. Right? Look at her. It look like she sucked dick for pork chop. So for the most part, right? This is what is prominent now. Right? And then this is 90s television. So for the most part, right? Hold on. Let's do something here, right? And then okay, what year did Maury come out with you or not? You are not the father. Because I know this shit was 1998. Okay, so a lot of these. So again, according to this is 1998, right? So all these are teens. So this actually really falls into the category of what the fuck I was telling y'all, right? So and then y'all go look it up, right? Go look it up, right? So in either case, right? This is like around roughly 45 minutes of you are not the fault. So let's actually really sit back and enjoy uh motherfucking time portal.
Allegra says when she told her ex-boyfriend William that she was pregnant with her now 3-year-old son Jeremiah, look at him. William rubbed her belly, took her to the doctor's appointments. In fact, this is a family portrait they took when they were a happy family. Look at that.
Now, mind you, people, all of this right here, right? I mean, this is before the BBL era. The BBL, this was before the fake titty and the fake ass era, right? You know, or let's just say this was like the first beginnings of like the BBL and fake titty or whatever the fuck that you actually really want to call it, right? I mean, great the fact, he still had the fake hair, right? And so this, if it was ever like a decline of the woman, regardless of so-called bullshit color, you know, this is where the shit actually really started. So so in either case, right? You know, this is all this, you know, this is when, you know, and I hate to say this, right? But you know, not this was when could I actually really say this is when men were men? Meaning that they didn't go after the fake booty like these motherfuckers do now, right? Because I mean, you look at her, right? I mean, yeah, she looked like this shit here looked like a cow licked it, right? But hey, and we already know it's not her hair, but it's just for the most part. We can truly honestly say, right, that the rest of the body is all natural. So let's go.
Look at this. This boy looks just like this man. And now you want to sit here and say he's not yours 3 years later? I can't do this by myself.
Okay.
So, you know what he says?
What? What did he say, Maury?
This is what he said, Allegra. And I'm not kidding you. This is what he told my producers.
What?
He says the first time he was with you and you sat in his lap and he felt your tummy, he felt you were pregnant. But
whatever, I got 5 kids. I look good. Of course I'm going to have a tummy.
Oh, okay. So right there, right? This right here, this show, you know, for the most part, right? For those of y'all that have actually been watching my channel for a pretty good while, right? You know, y'all know what my favorite phrase is, right? CP or community pussy, right? And so for the most part, you can actually really be like, okay, well, this simp, or I mean, could you call them simps back then, right? I mean, because the thing about it though, back then, right, you know, put like this, community pussy has always been community pussy, right? It's just that, okay, maybe you didn't have to pay as much back then than what the fuck that you have to do now, right? But guess what? It's still community pussy, people. This motherfucker said she got 5 kids. 5. And this motherfucker still fucked. I'm like, dog, what is your problem? You know, and also, and you know, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, it makes me go back to this right here. Hold on, hold on. Because I don't know. Hold on, wait a minute. You know, put like this. If put like this, if y'all saw it, y'all saw it. But remember that one uh incident in what is it? Shit, menace. What is it? Don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood. They had sex, and then motherfucker said, ashtray, wake up. I gotta tell you something. I'm pregnant. Yeah, there it is right there. So let's go.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm Whatever.
Now, pull like this. She pull like this. Now, if she got 5 of the rugrats running around, right, which I'm gonna call bullshit on, right? Because you know, not to say that when a woman acts like really once she have her first child that she just let herself go. There's a lot of y'all out there, y'all get pregnant, you know, and then once the baby drop, whatever, then y'all get this shit off of y'all, right? And you look good again. And then, you know, depending on if you stay with the motherfucker, right? He can either hit it from the back or eat it from the back or take your ass in the backyard. Hey, it is what it is. But let's go.
Here's the sad news. I saw that family picture we just showed.
Yeah.
Your son talks to that picture.
All the time. Maury, he says, I want my dad. Look, Mom, dad. What can I do about that? I'm not dad.
Now, again, you know, I mean, not to say that the crazy, I'm an old picky motherfucker, right? So now, crazy uncle ain't going for no shit like this, right? And then, and this is what the fuck I be talking about right here, right? You know, fellas, right? What the fuck be wrong with y'all, right? Y'all know the pussy wore out, but y'all still fuck anyway. I mean, like, is it something that I'm missing here? I mean, if it is, please tell me.
Hey, daddy need to be a daddy and raise his kids. Look at him. How you gonna deny something like that?
Does William see him?
William stays in another state with another daggone girlfriend. But you know what? Oh, baby, you will be paying child support. Can I get my money?
Now, Allegra, here's the other side of it. You've been thrown out of your home.
Oh, Maury, let me tell you, that is not even a half of it.
You know what? What's so bad about it? You know, my whole deal is, you know, again, people, this is, you know, so, okay, this was in 1998. And so you fast forward, right? And this is where it's this show right here, right? It brought on the birth of people like Kevin Samuels, right? Who did that? Kendra G, Tasha K, Corey Holcomb, or anybody else for that particular matter, right? You know, this is how this Maury is y'all's daddy, right? Because it's because of these women here, right? That went out, dropped their drawers, and just passed it around like you dealing cards, right? Then here y'all come, right? It really wouldn't surprise me none if the powers that be or the powers that shouldn't be got all y'all together and said, you know what? Y'all stand fast because we finna send y'all some members.
We've been homeless for his birthday. We had to beg people, baby, a dollar balloon and dollar toys.
Okay, so again, so you mean to tell me old boy fucked the homeless bitch? Right? Again, look, the shit gets better, y'all.
My son didn't even have a cake for his birthday this year. And that hurts because I'm not the one that laid down by myself to have.
So again, I hate to keep stopping this, but put it like this. Let's be real here, right? So, oh boy, you fucked a homeless motherfucker. So you fucked some stank puss. Really? So this is what the fuck we do now? Wow, really? So this is what the fuck we do. Let's go.
Him.
So you're without any support. I understand you want to be a hairdresser, right?
Yes,
You want to be a hairdresser. You love to do hair.
Yes.
But you don't have a license, right?
No license. I can't do it when I have to take care of him all the time.
Okay,
I can't even go to school.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay, so hold on before he said that, but so you got 5 of them. So did this kid make number 5? So I'm just like, how long were you homeless? So again, the way that they talking, a lot of this shit don't make sense. But again, this like this, Kendra G, all of y'all, this is how y'all got y'all motherfucking job right here.
We'll send you to school. This is what William had to say. What?
When I first met Allegra at the club, my whole
What white man?
I was getting out the car, going inside the beauty supply, and he company car and everything. He like, ma'am, excuse me, you don't need to go in there. You look beautiful enough. I said, oh, thank you. I thought that was the sweetest thing since I ain't got nobody makeup or nothing. I was like,
Where he at? So I go beat his ass.
baby, like I know what it means.
Okay.
family said stay away from her. They said she was the type of girl that led me on Maury. 3 years, 9 months later, here I am. When I asked Allegra to sit on my lap, I put my arms around her and I felt the pudge. At first I thought she was fat, but now I think she was pregnant. She swears this kid is mine, but she was seeing another guy before me. And when that baby came out, it looks just like him. Allegra is struggling, but she wouldn't be going through this if she knew who her baby daddy was. I am not a sucker, and the test is gonna prove it.
Here's William. William, come on out.
What's that? Yeah, I agree with him. You
What up?
Allegra, okay, William, okay.
Yeah.
You're confident this is not your child?
Yes, I'm 100% sure this is not my son. He don't even look like me.
Everyone, yours the
But
one you rub my stomach every night.
when she was pregnant, William, you were there, right?
Yes, I was.
When he was born, you were there.
Yes, also.
So what happened?
My name not even on the birth certificate.
Because
Did
you're
she tell
sorry,
you that?
deadbeat. Why would I put your name on the birth certificate?
Yeah.
Play me out. You know I was there. You know I was there for
Yeah,
you.
you was there, but you
Yeah,
ain't there
yeah,
now.
whatever.
I need you there now.
But okay, so listen, people. This right here, right? So like I said, community pussy at its best. She already got 4 of them rugrats. Let's make number 5, right? So my whole deal is, why take that chance? Like, really, why take the chance, right? To actually really have to deal with something like this for the next 18 years of your life. Like, really. I mean, we already know that she got the lips. We already know that she sucked dick for pork chop. And then, but unless you had some pork chops on standby, right? Why else would you bother with this motherfucker? Plain and simple. Let's go.
Okay.
What about now?
Whatever, man.
Right now.
William.
Because you know what? When Maury
William.
say you are the father, hey, can I get my child support?
William, you think she was pregnant when you met her?
Yeah, because Maury, when I did the baby's supposed to have been due in October, the same as my birthday. Why is his birthday in October? His birthday is in
Get it right. Get it right.
August the 14th?
Yeah, because he was a pre.
You was already 2 months.
I was in labor a whole month with him.
Well, guess what? We're going to find out right now. Now, if this is your child,
What?
you'll stand up to your
He ain't got no
responsibilities,
choice
right?
but to, because you know what? I'm taking that paper straight down to Family and Children's Service. I need my child support.
In the case of 3-year-old Jeremiah, William, you are not.
You know, every time I watch, whether it's this particular episode of You Are Not the Father or any other episode of You Are Not the Father, Mara, I gotta ask you a question. Did you have arrows? Did y'all rehearse this shit? Like, okay, look, run this way, then run down that way, then run this way. Put this. He said, did you say, okay, run off the stage, then take a right, then take a left, then take another right, and then a left, and then sit down, and then I'm gonna come to you, right? Is that what the fuck you told these women, Maury? Like, seriously?
Where you at, baby? Where you at?
Okay, so on this one, she didn't have to go too far. She had to go too far on this one, y'all. But here's the deal, people. This stuff is like, wow. Okay, come on now, y'all. Y'all know better than this. Y'all know better than this. It almost reminds me of this particular scene right here, right? It's almost right here, right? Y'all remember this scene, right?
I'm pregnant.
Already? I'm not ready to be no father right now.
Oh, so you man enough to come up in me, but you ain't man enough to take care of what comes out, get my nails done, get my hair done, pay my rent, and get me a new car?
Right there, y'all. And so again, y'all. I mean, let's call it for what it is. Like no bullshit. Let's call this for what it is, people. Right? Hold on. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck is which one. But it's I'm just looking at it like, come on now, y'all. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, people. We gotta do better, people. Uh-oh. Right there. Ooh, hold on. Wait a minute. Ah. Shit. Okay. Hey.
Jeremiah, William.
Okay, hold on. Hey. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay,
We're,
sorry
we're
about
going to
this,
clear this
y'all.
up real
I'm
good
still
because
trying
we
to
given
figure
him a
this
lie
out.
detector test and a DNA test.
You gonna take care of my son? I'm
Take care
standing
of
on
mine,
it.
not
Wait.
I'm
yours.
standing on it.
Wait a second. Here's the thing. He doesn't come over to see your son, does he?
He'll come up see my son. That's exactly what he do. He ride past my house and I stop.
Yeah.
In that Crown Vic with them rims on it.
Oh, is that right?
Them rims on it.
Now, how many times? Okay, so here we go, right? So how many times? I bet you took a picture. Well, there the picture is right there, right? And so how many times did he let you drive it because you dropped them draws or whatever, and then you didn't had your girls in it. Probably had another motherfucker. Probably had another nigga in there, right? And then, but now you want to actually to put your child off on old boy. Let's go.
Exactly.
No way. No, Stacey, sit down here. Now sit down here.
Oh my God,
because
man.
Wait a second.
Are you serious?
This is important. This is important. I'm about to tell you something, okay? Because
Okay, first and foremost, right? 9 times out of 10, the Crown Vic he probably paid cash for, right? The rims, I mean in the 90s, right? Depending on what type, depending on who you went to, if you didn't get if you put it like this, anybody can get a deal on some rims, right? Even if it's in the 90s as far as like now, but I don't even think nobody even still do rims now, right? That was like 30 years ago, so but in our case, right? So just because you got a nice car don't mean that you got money, right? The perception or the deception is there, right? And guess what? This motherfucker, he went fishing, showed you his Crown Vic, right? And he caught your ass hook, line, and sinker. Okay? So look, let's not go there. Let's not think that you're on a gold mine just because he got a nice car and some rims.
Tristan said, no,
Oh my
this is
God.
part of Tristan's case. He says
Oh,
he
that
has.
dude is funny.
He says he has these curled up ears.
Them bogus curled ears.
And he also says the Jarvion doesn't have those curled up ears, and that you curl them up on purpose to show him.
Oh my God! How can you curl up some ears?
The excuses, but y'all saw it, right? That baby ain't none of his. Again, let's just remember the title. You are not the father, right?
This something that you born with, pimp.
I ain't that
Whatever.
shorty father.
You can say that.
I ain't that
You can
shorty
say
father,
that.
man.
You can say that. You can say that. You can say that. You can say that. But we know, you know, and I know. You
Okay,
know, and I
Stacey,
know. Yeah,
sit
you
down.
lie,
Sit
lie,
down,
lie.
Stacey.
I'm not-
Sit down.
Man, I'm
Sit
telling
down.
you, this
Okay,
dude is a
well,
liar.
this
I'm
is-
telling you.
And then, honestly, this right here, right? Like what I told y'all at the start of the show, right? He started doing this back in 1998, right? So these are teams. So again, you fall in that certain time frame, right? I mean, put it like this. Really don't know. Put it like this. Everybody here, right? One parent household. And then she ran wild or whatever. Even if that's even the case, right? What? Hey, this is television. This is 90s television back then. So hey, let's go. Let's see what happens.
Post it.
He had
So
one more.
post
He
it.
had one more thing to
Man,
say. He had something.
What
to
you want to say? What you want to say? What you want to say?
This.
It ain't worth it.
Watch.
World, check me out. I look good, I got money, and I ride nice cars with rims. And that's why this nasty hoe Stacy claiming I'm her baby daddy. Y'all know how I know I ain't that baby's father? Because I ain't never, ever, ever slept with this girl. Not to mention this shorty don't look nothing like me. My shorty got my same.
Put it like this. You hit, dog. You hit what you missed, which for the most part, you just thank your lucky stars, right? Plain and simple.
Nose, my eyes, and my little curled up ears. There ain't no chance that's my kid. Maury, I am not no deadbeat father. There's just no way I'm taking care of a kid that's not mine. And when the test proves it, Stacy, you better stay out of my life.
Here he is, Tristan.
You know what? Honestly, I look at this now, right? Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what year did Tubi came out, but if whoever was the inventor of Tubi TV, right? They went back and they looked at all of the Maury, you are not the father shows, and they got all of them damn people there. And so now everybody's now Tubi actors, thanks to Maury's You Are Not the Father episodes.
Deadbeat, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Sit your chair up there. Sit your chair up there, because that's exactly what you're going to run to when this potato test come back into yours. You're going to run that way, and I'm right behind you. I'm running right behind you. I'm right behind you.
See the picture, man. Look at the picture.
Does that look like? Does that look like you?
Kid. This don't look nothing like me,
Does
man.
that look like you?
Nothing like me.
Nothing.
Nothing like me. Come on, man. That's how y'all feel. He the daddy right there. My man's right there. Say he the
But I
daddy.
know you don't. I don't even know you. But I know you don't. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Sit down.
What's happening?
Tristan, sit down.
What's happening?
Okay.
I know nothing.
Tristan.
Nothing.
Hey, shut up.
Ash. No, you shut up.
You gave me time to talk. Let me talk.
You all know, you admit you've known her a long time, right?
Yeah, I've known her for a minute.
Right.
Now you want to go there,
I
though?
understand why, though. I understand why.
You never slept with me, though?
Never.
You never slept with me, though?
Never.
Never.
Never. Hey, shut up. I seen this girl.
No. I
seen this girl. I seen her from the hood, man. I seen her from the hood.
I'm gonna turn my chair around.
I seen her from the hood.
This someone to know if you'll take the baby in the morning to her martial arts. I told her you probably would like that since it's your thing with her, but I will ask you first. I'll go with you. She gonna bring her over here. I told her, I said, we'll go with you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it.
You see me from the hood? No, yeah.
I didn't know her.
She lives on the other side of town, right?
11, 12 years?
Other side of town,
Are you
man.
serious?
You don't like being called a deadbeat dad?
No,
Deadbeat.
I got 4 kids.
That's what
All
you
my
would do.
kids
Label
well
as
taken
that.
care of.
We're getting down to the climax of this story. We're going to find out, okay?
Sure is.
So he got 4 kids, right? So here's the deal, people. Once again, we got community pussy. Now we got community dick. All right. So, hey, it is what it is. You got babies scattered everywhere. So the other got community pussy. This motherfucker here, he got community dick, right? But hey, it is what it is. Let's go.
First, we're going to find out from the lie detector
But
test.
then
whether you all
again, I'm just like, okay, she holler about run me my money. Okay, you do realize that he got 4 other kids out there. He got other kids out there, right? So how much money you think he gonna get? What, $30? Depending on what type of job he got, right? Hell, your weed probably costs more than $30. So I mean, so then the $64,000 question is this: what you gonna do with that damn $30? Right? You gonna buy for your baby, or you gonna do something with that fucked up hair?
Tristan, we asked you, have you had sexual contact with Stacy? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Hey, Maury, I was sleepy, man. I'm telling you. Something wrong with the test
Sleeping.
part.
You were sleeping.
You always
Everybody said he was sleepy. So, because you were sleeping, that made you tell a lie. You wasn't you. Oh, come on now. So you were asleep. So this is almost like what we used to say back in the day. So I'm like, okay, so you get drunk or whatever. So you just fell in some pussy, right? Because you drunk, or you fell in some pussy because you were asleep. You were sleepy, motherfucker. Come on with this shit.
Let me ask you one thing. If you are the father of this child, you will take care of this child, won't you?
Yeah, like I do all my
I'm dropping
kids.
them off in front of your house, goddamn. We're gonna be right there. We're gonna be on the front. You'll answer the front. We're gonna go to the back. And you know I know what kind of car you drive, so I'm gonna stand there until you come out.
Let's find out right now. Right now. In the case of 2-year-old Darjavion, Tristan, you are not the father.
You know what? I love the fact that when they found out that they ain't the daddy, that these motherfuckers, they jumping up and down like they done won the lottery, right? And then she finna take that famous route, y'all. That famous route. I think she gonna go a little bit farther than the previous one, though. Let's see. But he had that high five, right? Hey, the same people that was high fiving him. Who knows? Yeah, okay. Well, they cut it.
He will be glad to help you, but he's not the father. Unfortunately, he is not the father. Okay, but it's not his. All right, it's not Tristan's.
Right.
You want to say anything to him? You want to tell him you're
My
sorry?
bad. My bad. My bad.
You accept?
I will.
I'll accept the apology.
It's cool.
I ain't tripping.
This is Sierra. Sierra's 15 years old. And next to Sierra is her mother, Gina. Now, when Sierra was 13.
Now, right there. Now, this is the mama. You allowed your child at 13. Bitch, you need to be in jail. Right? The fuck was you doing? What is daddy at, first and foremost? Right? This child got pregnant at 13. Now, great the fact, she's 15. She a big 15. Right? But at 13? Come on now. Really? What was you doing? You look like you drink and smoke meth all goddamn day long, right? So there's no 9 times 10 some old grown ass fucker, right? Came in there, took advantage of your daughter, and then there it is. Let's go.
She became pregnant with her now 8-month-old son, Xander. So this is a child with a child. And you can imagine Sierra being scared. In fact, she was so scared, we have to say she kept her pregnancy secret for 7 months before she even told her mom, Gina. And then Sierra was faced with even a harder situation when her ex-boyfriend, Peanut, abandoned her and began to deny that baby Xander was his son. This is 15-year-old Sierra's story.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was only 13 years old. I was so scared to tell anyone I was pregnant. I didn't even tell my mom until I was 7 months. During my pregnancy, Peanut disappeared. Nobody could get a hold of him. I'm 15 years old, and I had to drop out of school to be with my baby. I know this is Peanut's baby, and Peanut knows this is his baby, and now he's denying them. I can't even walk out my front door without people pointing and laughing at me. They call me a disgrace, and they say my son's an abomination, and I shouldn't be able to have him. Thank God I have my mother, because she does everything for me and my baby.
What do you think of this guy?
He's a trash. He doesn't do anything for Xander. He disowned him. We had an agreement that he would buy.
Look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker, right?
I put some wipes every week, and
he looked 30, and you fucked a child. Like, seriously. It really wouldn't. It looked like this. It really wouldn't surprise me none that he fucked both of them. He fucked the daughter and the mom. Right? You know, this is like, put like this. This is some old motherfucking backwoods hillbilly bullshit that's going on right now. I'm just like, cause I mean, look at this motherfucker. He look like, not only do he stick his dick in young pussy, he look like he fuck sheep. He look like he fucked sheep too.
We did the rest.
This,
He bought one bag of diapers and a box
he
of
fucked
rice.
sheep,
One
dogs.
time.
Look,
Sierra, how'd you keep this?
anything that got a pussy, he finna fuck. And then he gonna want you to fix some pork chops and mashed potato. After the fact. He gonna want to eat either want some beer or some moonshine. And then once he finish all that, then he gonna slap shit out of you, fuck you again. Then he gonna pass out. And then he gonna act like he ain't gonna remember shit come tomorrow morning. Let's go.
Pregnancy secret.
Well, I never went outside, never come out of my room, actually. I didn't tell anybody. I've always been kind of a big girl, so I always wore baggy clothes.
What would you tell these 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-olds who want to have babies? What would you tell them?
It's not easy.
Look how sad you look. When was the last time you had fun?
A while ago.
This is what he says. Watch this.
I hate Sierra's guts. She disgusts me with how many men she slept with. Sierra's a liar. She told me she was 17 when we got together.
Okay, so motherfucker, you know, again, you can tell how young a motherfucker is, right? You know, now, good fact, you know, a lot of motherfuckers get, you know, they get developed at an early age, right? But you it's just some things you actually really gotta like just actually really just stop and look at and be like, okay, hey, look, you're a little young, right? So how old are you really? That's how you have to, you know, these are questions that you got to ask yourself, right? But, you know, that's why I say, you know, some of this shit had to be for motherfucking entertainment purposes only. Was there no, well, hey, that's why you got pedophiles, right? You know, I just think, to be perfectly honest, this show here, right, in which we already know that was never the intent. But to be perfectly honest, and you know, I could be like, okay, you probably could make the argument that a lot of this shit that actually really goes on now with the sex trafficking, this, that, the third. I mean, yes, I get it. It happened way before this shit hit, right? But it's just like, okay, sometimes you can actually really give the green light on some shit, right? But I don't want to actually really just take this way too out of context, right? But for the most part, you know, if anybody put like this, you know, if indeed any of this shit was actually like really legit, you know, they're gonna be like, okay, well, I saw it on Maury, right? So hey, come on now, let's go.
I would never sleep with her if I knew she was 13. I'm convinced Sierra was 2 months pregnant before we even had sex. That makes me 100% sure I'm not the father.
Okay, then. So hold on. So he said she was 2 months pregnant. So you did the pregnant pussy theory. Okay, so I mean, again, but in our case, right? She 13, but you still fucked. And I was like, okay, you dog, you can't tell how. Hey, it is what it is.
Can't stand Sarah's mom, Gina. She needs to stay out of my life and keep her daughter in check.
Okay, everybody, bring out Peanut.
You're gonna claim me too? But then when you say, oh, please don't hit me with child support.
Like I said, I think Mama was riding that dick before the daughter was. So hey, let's go.
You don't want to claim it? That's all you did. You didn't want me to.
Yeah, that's probably her baby, not the daughter.
Did you know she was 13 years old?
Yes, he did because he was
I did not.
You're a liar.
But you allowed it. You allowed it. So what type of mother does that make you, right? But then, like I said, that's probably your baby, not your daughter's. You putting that shit off on your daughter. That's why she sits up there crying. Look at she grinning.
You're going to go back to helping this child?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Let's find out right now. When it comes to 8-month-old Xander, Peanut, you are not.
It is. So now she's surprised. The mama's surprised. What the dog?
Get out of my face! Gone!
Gina will be glad to help out. We'll do anything we can to help. If you want to.
Oh yeah, just know that with the previous two, and probably with this one here, y'all do know that they probably came back multiple times, right, to figure out who the doggone did was, who the father was, right? And then 9 times out of 10, they never knew who the daddy was, which I would call bullshit on it. I mean, because unless you just act like really, unless you've been ran through like forever and a day. But see, this is how all this shit starts, right? It has to be a point of origin for every goddamn thing, right? Here's something, I think I've actually really done enough for this, but when you actually like really, when you look at all the stuff that's going on today, with all these channels out here, right? Women with multiple kids and all that kind of stuff, and they out here trying to trick and carry on and steady shaking their ass, knowing that they got kids at the house, right? And and then they out here, they doing anything and everything to actually like really try to get motherfucking food. They try to, hold like this, a lot of them try to collect their motherfucking food stamp check. A lot of them out there trying to get their child support check, right? And then they come out there, and they you already know they ain't gonna work, right? They may do hair on the side, even though they ain't got no motherfucking license or whatever. So you got people out here, you got these women out here, they gonna do anything and everything possible to try to get that money. But at the same time, this is when all this shit started back in the late 90s, early 2000s, if not earlier. So then, like I said, so when you actually really look at what's going on now, it's always a point of origin. Okay, where did this shit start from? And so basically, that's all what the fuck the crazy uncle trying to do, right? You know, sometimes, like this, it's okay to say some shit right now. But in order for anybody to know what the fuck is happening right now, then yeah, you're gonna have to take it back. You're gonna have to take it back a few years. Maybe even anywhere from 15 to 20 years. Just like saying that was 1998. Okay, so that was what, 28 years ago? 28, 27 years ago, right? And then that was just when Maury just started doing it, right? But then again, that was the start of it. I mean, nowadays, here it is, you got motherfucking divorce court, you got the maternity court. These motherfuckers, put like this, they still doing this exact same shit right to this day, right? If you know, for the most part, you can actually really look at what they call it when life imitates art or art imitates life. You know, however the fuck did you actually really want to call it? Whatever type of title you actually really want to put on it. Guess what? This shit is, you know, guess what? This is what's happening, right? I mean, you know, it was reality TV back then, right? All of us watched it. I know the fuck I did, and I was laughing my motherfucking ass off of it. I watched this the other night, right? I'm like, well, damn, come on, you know, it is what it is. And then y'all wonder why shows like you get, and then what happens is this, right? You get shows like Pop the Balloon, right? And then, you know, not to say that everybody that's on Pop the Balloon are the grown-up kids that was on motherfucking Maury. But the thing about though is this, let's just stop and think for shits and giggles. Everybody that you see on motherfucking Pop the Balloon were kids doing the goddamn Maury Povich show, doing Maury with the You Are Not the Father episodes. That's actually really something to think about, people. And see, this is why I call myself the crazy uncle, because it's just for the simple fact. Listen, and I hate to sound like an old broke ass record, but I'm old school. I've been around long enough to see how many times this shit been actually really rotated, right? And so, for the most part, right, you can actually really call this a theory, speculation, whatever the fuck that you actually really want to call it, right? But let's just say for shits and giggles that everybody that you see on these motherfucking Pop the Balloons, regardless of who the motherfucking host is the prime example of who was on the motherfucking Maury show, Jerry Springer, Geraldo Rivera, anybody that did motherfucking reality shows back in the 90s when the babies was 2 and 3 years old, right? Do the math, people. Do the math, right? So with that being said, guess what the fuck y'all get to do? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street riding car, Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. I'ma holler at y'all.